Good afternoon, Craig. How are you? Angel, how are you doing? Lila, how you doing? I want to wait till more people come in here. Sarah, hey, how are you? Uh-oh, some people are not hitting the like button when they come in. Ooh, that's not good. Well, why don't you go to sleep, Angel? Oh, so have I, Craig. It's just the hilarious stuff. Oh, I understand. Yeah, I've been watching the liberal media uh, pull their hair out uh, because of the picks Trump is making. Hello, Bonnie Clark. We got 15 people in here and 5 likes. Come on, we got to pick up them likes. Yeah, they're trying to find a way to take him down. I said myself that as soon as he walked into the White House, Biden would have him arrested. Hello, Jim64. Yeah, I know, and that's why I said Biden probably plans to have him arrested as soon as he comes in the White House and taken down to that prison below the White House. Okay, well, one reason that I'm doing this live it's never a peaceful transfer of power. But I hope Trump thanks him for calling all of us garbage. Well, what's going to be interesting too is Elon Musk was invited to go too, so I would love to be a fly on the wall. Florida claimers Ted. Okay, now if you saw my title, Taxation through Citation, okay? It happens everywhere in every state, okay? And it happens a lot in Georgia. Now, there's a reason that they don't write me tickets anymore, okay? And the reason is because I know how to work the system. I mean, they've tried and tried and tried. And every time my tickets would be dismissed, you know. And I've even put things out on my YouTube about how to end something like this. You know, people get a ticket and they're like, ah, fuck, man. If I go to court and try to challenge this, I got to take a day off of work and blah, blah, blah. So I'll just pay it. Great. You just made yourself vulnerable to them writing you more tickets. Good afternoon, Damon. Well, and that's the reason why they don't pull me over anymore, is because I've never paid on a ticket. So finally, after trying and trying and trying, they just don't pull me over anymore. I don't know if they have a thing attached to my license plate that says, do not pull this guy over. But where people see the police and start slowing down, I start speeding up. And my whole point is to try and shut down. I'll bet they do. The whole point is to try and shut down municipal courts. And that's what needs to be shut down in order for this to end. See, you got to understand something. States rely on municipal courts, or I should say state courts and superior courts rely on municipal courts to handle the majority of traffic tickets, okay? State courts and municipal courts only want the important ones. Vehicular manslaughter, maybe excessive speeding, you know, things like that. So maybe DUIs. And it's not about challenging it so much as this. If Everybody stood up in municipal court who was there for a traffic citation. All you have to say is, I demand a trial by jury. I don't get speeding tickets. All you have to do is stand up and say, I demand a trial by jury. People don't understand that as soon as you demand a trial by jury, it gets removed from municipal court and goes to either state court or superior court. Now, here where I live, they don't have a state court. They only have a municipal court and a superior court. So now that it gets taken out of municipal court and it gets transferred over, say, here to superior court for a jury trial, now you have completely clogged up the superior court, which they don't even want to deal with it. Okay? They don't. Hello, Slots, and hello, Joe. So, what's going to happen is, I'm doing okay, Joe. How about you? So, what's going to happen is, now, the superior court, they're going to tell the prosecutor, dismiss all these traffic citations, don't want to deal with them. Because they're too busy dealing with criminal cases like murder, rape, robbery, burglary, shit like that. If the municipal court is not getting any funding through traffic citations, they have to shut it down because it's not making any money. See, the object is to stop it from making money. If you stop something from making money, it has to shut down. I have 26 people in here and 7 likes. Oh, God, we can do better than that. Or maybe we can't. Maybe if I showed the tattoos on my breasts, I might get more. Now, I know people are going to say, well, I got to take a day off work to go to court. All right, how much is that ticket going to cost you? It's probably costing you more than a day's work. If you could stop them from if you could prevent them from writing these tickets in the first place, then you wouldn't have to worry about that. Hello, Wilma. Now, I know this is probably something that's not interesting to you, but it is interesting to you if you keep getting tickets. And I mean bullshit tickets. Like your license plate light isn't working. You have one headlight out. You have one turn signal out. You have one brake light or tail light out. I mean bullshit tickets like that. But if people don't come together and they just bow down to the man, then they're going to continue this bullshit. How many people in the room right now are sitting with tickets? Hello, Maria. "29 people in the room and nobody has a ticket." Kat, we're talking about taxation through citation. That's where cities and municipalities make money off of writing tickets and people paying them. And I'm giving a way of how you can avoid ever getting any more tickets. Yes, you can avoid it, Wilma. You have more power than the government. You do. See, that's the problem with people. They don't understand how much power they have. It doesn't matter. I used to get tickets. I have not paid on any of them. Ask Maria. Municipal courts and probate courts cannot hold jury trials. So you have to take your citation to the court that holds jury trials, which is a state court or a superior court. And the moment you start flooding those courts with demands for trials by jury, they're going to start dismissing all of these tickets, and they're going to tell the cops, hey, stop writing these tickets. We can't handle them. We don't want them. It doesn't matter, Kat. They're not supposed to have quotas. Quotas are illegal. Hello, Angie. When something is wrong, and you can stop that, Kat. Take it from someone who begs to get a ticket. And all it takes is for everybody to start getting the word out. Angel, I'll try not to raise my voice. All I'm trying to tell everybody is that there is a way to stop this. You see that? It says ANF investigates taxation through citation. I don't understand what you just said, Wilma. What do you mean they do not do anything to you for not paying tickets? Explain that to me. If you didn't get in trouble, they wouldn't write tickets.
Investigates uncovered a rise in surveillance technology, making millions for municipalities.
This is how the citations come.
George Worrell opens letter after letter.
So this was $150. This is from 2022. I just opened it.
Citations for speeding in the city of South Fulton.
If I dug through all of this, I promise you I probably can find like 15, 20 more of these. I would say I've gotten at least maybe 40.
40?
40.
The tickets aren't from South Fulton's police department, but a private company called Blue Line Solutions, based hundreds of miles away in Tennessee, which operates these speed detection cameras in the city's school zones. Since 2019, he's paid thousands of dollars in camera citations, civil penalties which do not impact drivers' licenses or insurance, but if left unpaid, can prevent drivers from renewing their Georgia vehicle registrations. It happened to 133,000 people in the state this past fall, including George.
And before you know it, you're caught.
Since the state allowed cities to install the cameras about 5 years ago, the numbers have exploded. From 39 permits approved in 2019 to 290 last year. Public records uncovered by Atlanta News First Investigates reveal the cameras have generated more than $100 million in revenue. Right there.
Oh, my Lord.
We showed our findings to Clay Perkle.
Wow. That's incredible.
The South Georgia cattle farmer has beef with the cameras too. Not because he got a ticket,
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, members of the committee, for...
but as a member of the Georgia House of Representatives. The Republican filed a bill earlier this year to ban the cameras. It failed to pass.
It's about money. I mean, let's cut to the chase. It is about money. It is generating millions and millions of dollars for these communities every year.
No other city in Georgia has collected more revenue from camera citations than the city of South Fulton. $21 million. The same city where George got his tickets. The city's contract with Blue Line shows the company receives 35%. According to that math, the camera operator collected $7 million. Atlanta News First Investigates asked Blue Line about our analysis, but it did not respond.
This is all about private companies fattening their pockets.
City records show the cameras have paid for tasers, uniforms, computers, vehicle repairs, including this $350,000 armored vehicle.
I called it a tank. It looks like a tank.
Khalid Kamau is the city's mayor.
We can see year by year the amount of money that we're generating. So that tells me that it doesn't work.
Is this taxation through citation?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
If you're not a fan of the cameras, why does the city have them?
We have a council manager form of government.
The buck doesn't stop
The
with
buck
you.
doesn't stop with me.
Hey, how you doing, sir?
How's it going? Good.
Keith Meadows is the city's police chief who advocated for the cameras, while traffic studies conducted by Blue Line show the number of speeding vehicles in school zones dropped more than 90% since the cameras were installed. The city still collects on average hundreds of thousands of dollars from camera citation revenue a month.
But at the end of the day, we believe that it's resulted in our school zones being a much safer place.
If they would have a seat, if you would.
Here's state lawmakers debating the legislation in 2018, ultimately granting cities the authority to install the cameras.
And if they think surveillance technology is the right thing to keep their children, their meemaws and peepaws and their mamas and daddies, and the crosswalk tenants safe, then they can install this if they deem necessary.
But are the cameras making Georgia roads safer? According to the National Highway Safety Administration, pedestrian fatalities in Georgia have steadily increased since the cameras were installed, although it's not broken down by community or school zones. The number of school-aged children killed nearly unchanged year to year, the vast majority at night when school is not in session.
It's a cash cow.
State Representative Dewey McClain supports banning the cameras, reforming the 2018 law that gives cities the authority to use the cameras.
Yes, I voted for it.
Hook, line, and sinker.
Hook, line, and sinker. Now, 5 years later, after I look at the data and statistics and things of that nature, I wonder.
Another potential problem? The technology isn't foolproof. Atlanta News First Investigates discovered cities across the state have refunded thousands of dollars for tickets issued for the wrong speed limit and warning signs placed in the wrong location, including the city of South Fulton.
So we as legislators got to do a better job. We need to regulate this to say
Hello,
exactly
Stewie.
when and why and how.
I've heard some state legislators talk about getting rid of the school cameras. Well, what's the alternative?
Hiring police officers and
16 police officers in every school zone. Then the narrative is going to be they're running speed traps in South Fulton.
well, they're already saying that now with the cameras.
Right.
All three of my vehicles have been affected by these speed trap citations.
Private industry enforcing the law on behalf of police, some believe is too heavy-handed.
Now we're at a point now the people, the citizens, are like, okay, this is enough.
Coming up, former police officers come forward with a surprise confession, and we travel to Alabama for a possible solution to address what legislators call excessive traffic enforcement.
We're gonna deal with this, brother. We're gonna deal with this. What's your name?
It's an investigation, not so much a documentary. My point is, okay, so you get one of those tickets. Then you go to municipal court. And you stand up before the judge and you tell the judge, I demand a trial by jury. So you're given a form to fill out that you demand a trial by jury. And then your case gets transferred to either state court or superior court. Now, are they going to waste their time choosing a jury that they have to pay to try and get back, or to try and get that $150 that you got in a citation? Furthermore, you have the right to confront your accuser. You demand that that camera be brought into the courtroom. Because your accuser is a camera. Don't bring an image, bring the camera. And you have the right to confront that camera on the stand. How is the camera going to raise its hand and swear to tell the truth? The moment you demand a trial by jury in municipal court, that case is going to go away. It's done, over with. And if everybody stood up and demanded a trial by jury, municipal courts would have to shut down. And then the state courts are going to tell the cops, do not write these tickets. And that will put an end to all of this. And then the cameras will go away because they're not... Understand something. Something is only useful when it's making a profit. If it's not making a profit, it's gone. I know I'm probably talking out of my ass to everybody in here. So they don't have any liability to it. But if everybody did what I say, then these cameras would go away and these private companies would go away. But as long as they're making money, they're going to keep them. It's up to you to use your power. That's exactly what I'm talking about, Kat. But people don't understand this. Hello, Thomas. I mean, here's some good questions. Assume I got one of these tickets, right? And I took it to a trial by jury, and the state court or superior court actually brought it to trial. Now they have to bring witnesses, okay? And my first question and assume the camera company was dumb enough to send someone to court, because somebody has to show up in court. It can't be a police officer. He didn't write the ticket. So now they have to bring somebody from a private company into court. And what are your questions? What company do you work for? Actually, the first question is, what police agency do you work for? I don't work for a police agency. You don't work for a police agency? What company do you work for? I work for so-and-so. Oh, so you're a private citizen. Can you show me a law in the state of Georgia that allows a private citizen to write another citizen a ticket? Oh, you can't. So explain to this jury how, as a private citizen from another state, has the authority to write a citizen in Georgia a ticket. Can you show me in writing that authority? And the case is over. Here, you can no longer affect a citizen's arrest. They have outlawed that. But I would go even further. I would tell the judge, while this guy is on the stand, I want him arrested for impersonating a police officer. See, there are so many ways that you can stop this from happening. But if you sit there and say, oh, God, I got to take a day off of work to go to court, fuck it, I'll just pay this ticket. Fuck it, I'll just pay this ticket. Fuck it, I'll just pay this ticket. When you finally run out of money from paying the tickets, what are they going to do? They're going to arrest you for not paying the ticket. A ticket you never should have had in the first place. It's only common sense. I think your son went to work late
Why do you say that?
because he rushed out of here after I had him woken up.
Oh. A little bit nippy down here.
I don't know if I'm getting through to anybody.
I'm sure you are. I know you're passionate about that, so.
It's not about being passionate about it. It's about a way to stop this. Look,
Huh. Yeah, I saw that because I was watching your video you were doing.
taxation through citation.
Right. Make some tea for Larry.
Angel, what do you mean? Up in Massachusetts, they don't have that system. It's even about citations written by cops. It's not just, this is not just about speed cameras. It's about tickets getting written by cops too. It's a way to get cops to stop writing stupid tickets. If you request, no, not request, you demand. See, it's a demand. You're not requesting. Requesting is like asking permission. Okay? You demand a trial by jury. It will then get moved because municipal courts can hold trial by juries. So it gets moved to a state court or a superior court, which, like here in my county, they only have a superior court. In Gwinnett County, they have a state court and a superior court because Gwinnett County is like so much bigger. Fulton County, they have a state court and a superior court, okay? But the majority of them have only superior courts. Hello, Tara. And when you start filling up superior courts or even state courts with demands for a trial by jury for a citation, they're going to say, no, we can't have this. You're going to get a letter sent to you by mail that says your ticket's been dismissed. Or they do not intend to prosecute this citation number.
Wasn't it called Judicial something when they sent you that with your seatbelt ticket? It was called Judicial something that they were going to prosecute.
They sent me a notice of not to prosecute due to judicial.
I can't remember what it's called.
Judicial economy.
There you go. Yeah.
By their judicial economy means they're not going to make enough money to prosecute this ticket with a jury trial for a seatbelt that only costs $15.
Yep. And yes, everybody, he will go to court for a seatbelt ticket.
I have gone to court for a
Been
seatbelt
there,
ticket.
done that.
How many have I paid?
None. Absolutely none.
Hello, Karina. But it's up to you. You know, when people, and I'm going to repeat this, when people say, well, I don't have time to I can't take a day off of work to go to court, so I'll just pay this ticket. All right, well, assume that ticket costs more than your day off of work. Because you got the ticket fee, court fees, this fee, that fee.
Yep.
Before you know it, it rounds up to $250.
You know, your hair is everywhere, you know that? There we go. All right. There, it's better. Oops, some's in my shoe. Not good. Just see what's in her shoe.
Ted, it's not that I'm angry over this issue. I'm tired of people feeding the court system. Hello, Bean. How are you? Why do you want to give the court system your hard-earned money? Hello, Southeastern. Hello, National Weather Storm Center.
Nice name. Let's make some tea.
Start fighting tickets the way they need to be fought. Get them out of the municipal court system. If you take it out of there, .9% of the time, your ticket will just go away. And the way to do that is to demand a trial by jury. Municipal courts cannot hold trials by jury. Neither can probate courts.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we need the tea.
Let me ask you something right now. Do I have any more milk?
Yeah, it's in there.
Go get it.
Why, you think I didn't think of these things last time I went out?
If I know you, no.
I have two in there. Hello? I have another one in there.
Oh, okay.
What, you think I didn't remember to get you milk?
The police get funded. This is just extra money for them.
What?
There's one police department here in Georgia, 72% of their funding is from citations. 72%. Hello, NC.
I don't like make lyrics either without in trouble. Yeah. I hope everyone is alright in here. Oop, I just hit it off. What the hell? Is that Southeastern, the Nationals weather storm thing?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I see you.
And it's a town that only has 5 police officers and 1,700 residents.
There we go.
But it's up to all of you to step up. And even if you don't get any tickets, it's up to you to talk about it, to inform other people. Tell them, hey, take a look at this live. You want to stop getting tickets? Take a look at this live. Here's what you need to do.
All right. Somebody's hungry. Okay. Mama's got it. Yeah.
All right, Angel.
There you go, Lynn.
No, they had over $1 million in fines. It was like 1.2 million. Hello, Lucy.
Miles in South Georgia. In 2022, it collected $1.3 million from citations. That's nearly 73% of the town's budget.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy.
Atlanta News First Investigates spoke to a dozen drivers ticketed by Lenox police this year.
This is a scam.
All say the amount of citation revenue the city collects makes them question the police department's motives.
And I do think it creates somewhat of a distrust with your law enforcement.
And it makes you just question how valid a lot of these citations are.
Of the 361 citations police issued for the first 2 months of this year, records show just 5 were on Lenox streets. The remaining, Interstate 75, which runs straight through the city.
That sounds like the old TV show, The Dukes of Hazzard.
Come into my parlor, said the spider to the bee.
They've created a police force to be a...
And they don't even have authority to write tickets on the interstate. Do you know why? Because that is not within their jurisdiction. The interstate is state. Actually, the interstate is federal. They don't have authority to write tickets there. Chicago got busted for that because they were good at writing tickets on Interstate 55 in Chicago. And then one day, one person, all it took was one person who said the city of Chicago doesn't have authority on the interstate because it's a federal highway.
Is that the same here where the Georgia State Patrol is the one that's supposed to write tickets on the highways?
Yes.
On the expressways?
Yes.
Okay. Not the
That's why I've always
city
wanted
police.
that's why I've always wanted to get a ticket from one of these municipalities on the interstate.
Oh, okay.
Like how Brazelton sits there.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sits right at that ramp.
Yes. I know that. Right there, yep.
Who gives you authority to write tickets on the interstate? The state does. Show me the authority. I'm sure you have it in writing, right? We're not just going to take your word for it, right? Show me your authority that allows you to write tickets on the interstate. See, when they are allowed to get away with something, they will.
Luna, what are you doing? It's cold out there.
And you missed a whole lot, Sarah.
Whoa, I just dropped something. We're having a new governor?
Since when?
I don't know. Edward says, isn't the new governor you're going to have is going to fix it? We got no new governor.
We got no new governor. You're talking about our new president.
Our president, you mean?
But our president has nothing to do with this. This is a state issue. Sarah says, hey there, Maria.
Hello, everyone. Come out this way, Luna. Come over here. Hey, this way. Come on, Luna. The back door is the thing in the way. All right, here you go. Go out there and hunt.
No, we have the same governor we've had. His election, our election doesn't come up until 2026 for a new governor.
Yeah, we don't like our governor.
If our governor had any balls, and I mean, if he had balls as big as Maria,
Oh, good Lord.
okay,
Thank you, honey.
he would pardon Trump here in this state.
But he's an ass.
But he's an asshole. He doesn't like Trump, even though he's a Republican. He doesn't like Trump, so he's not going to do anything to help our president. That's not the type of governor we need. Kat says, I love your balls, Maria.
Thank you. Sometimes you gotta have some. Even if you're...
Yeah, I know your governor is Greg Abbott, and he's a great governor. He supports Trump. And you're going to love this mass deportation.
I'm waiting for it. I gotta make this chicken breast. there today.
And all these Democratic governors, like Pritzker in Illinois, Newsom, Hochul, Colorado's governor, all these Democratic governors who think that they're going to stop Trump from getting the illegals out of their states, they are wrong. Oh, and I love Ted Cruz. I've met him many, many times.
I took a picture with his wife.
Yeah, Maria even took a picture with his wife.
Very nice people.
Yes, she met him and his wife and
Yep.
took a picture with his
I
wife.
got a picture with his wife. Yeah. I like her. Yes, I do, Sarah. I have a nice picture of myself with his wife. He's very nice in person. I like watching Senator Cruz and Senator Josh Hawley when they're in their meet, in their grilling people.
Yes.
Oh, they're fun to watch. That's dope. What does that mean? A good thing?
Yes, it's a good
I was
thing.
like, I'm not hip on this language sometimes.
Fat ass.
Smart ass.
What are you going to make me to eat? Because I haven't had anything to eat yet.
Why not? What have you been doing?
Oh, yeah, Senator Kennedy.
Oh, I like his accent. He's funny. Well, I'm making some chicken breast. Do you want some? Some dishes. Yeah, Senator Kennedy is funny. I like listening to him when he talks. He makes me laugh. Oh, good golly. You want a couple of chili dogs, honey? Hey,
What?
you want some chili dogs and fries?
No.
No? Do you want me to make you some more pot pies?
No.
Okay. How about some grilled cheese?
Hang on. Yeah, 2 of them.
Two of them? Okay.
By pushing this to Monday as opposed to doing this on Thursday.
Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. Hang on.
I'm gonna vote to.
Before I give you that,
Thank you, NC.
I'm gonna give you the rest of the shrimp.
All right.
is that?
How do you know we don't have the votes?
I'm asking if you do, and I'm asking what the benefit of the delay is.
Well, the benefit of the delay is, that we have a chance to talk about the issue. I mean, if you guys want to go back and write an article about whether your LinkedIn page is holding you back, you can do that, or you can write about this issue. And short of getting rid of the filibuster, this goes to the heart of the United States Senate. I happen to think, and I think my colleagues agree with me, that maybe talking about it for a few days might, before we take the Constitution and turn it upside down, just might be a wise thing to do.
Well, and
Now, I can't tell you that
Ted
every
Cruz was gonna
Republican is
say something.
going to
He's
vote.
like,
I can't tell you that.
nor do
You know as well as I do that we have some free-range chickens, and they wander off, and sometimes we can't catch them. And they have the right to be free-range chickens. I'm just telling you, all these questions that are being asked,
Get rid of these. They're no
you're
good.
falling into Senator Schumer's trap.
It's no
because
good,
he's
it
going to
stinks.
try to muddy
good.
up this
All right.
water to make it look deep.
See, you let it sit too long.
All right.
There's
I'll get
nothing
you grilled cheese
complicated
going.
about this. You either
Give me-
believe in the Constitution or you don't.
Napkin?
I will say there was strong consensus
Paper
in
towel.
the Senate lunch today to delay this delivery of impeachment so we can have this discussion.
because we feel this is an important discussion to have. So
Oh, that
again,
was
that
back
was
from
almost
April,
unanimous
it
consensus.
said?
Nobody, people asked, anybody
And
dissent?
what's his name?
Nobody did.
The guy? Isn't he the one that is the Homeland Security guy now? Mayorkas?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna be gone. 'Cause we're gonna have Christy Nolan. Am I right?
Hello, City of Peace.
Piccolo Ultra, superior light beam.
Hello, Mark.
Madam President.
Senator from Louisiana.
But he's gotta wipe his nose first. He might have a cold.
Thank you, Madam President. Madam President, a lot of history has unfolded in this room. The United States Senate has been home to some of the most formative debates in our nation's tenure. These are fierce arguments among passionate, intelligent people. It's not all that different from the debates today. The Senate has always welcomed these sometimes tense disagreements by respecting the rules and the traditions of the institution. It's how a senator like me, who is a member of the minority party, can stand here and speak freely about the issues that matter to the American people and to the people of Louisiana. Now, my Democratic colleagues in the Senate today may be about to make some new history in this room. Apparently, they think it's a brave new world, and they want to set a dangerous new precedent. For the very first time, Senate Democrats are seeking to table, maybe even dismiss, an impeachment of a sitting cabinet official without even holding a trial. They are summoning spirits they won't be able to control. Please, my colleagues, don't do it. I fear, though, that Senate Democrats are going to try to take the articles of impeachment that our colleagues in the United States House of Representatives thoughtfully crafted and passed with a majority vote and toss them into the trash without hearing from either side. They don't want to let the House impeachment managers make their case. They don't want to let Secretary Mayorkas make his case. They just want to ignore the House's evidence, summarily sweep it under the rug and move on, and that is wrong. The Senate has never in its history tabled an impeachment. Never. In the more than 200 years that this body has existed, the House of Representatives has impeached an official 21 times. And we have never once tabled the impeachment. Not once. Now, Senator Schumer may also try to dismiss these charges instead of tabling them. But that's never been done before either. If the Senate dismisses these charges without a trial, it will be the first time in the Senate's long history that it has dismissed impeachment charges against an official it has jurisdiction over without that official first resigning, and that's a fact. I want you to consider this. The United States House of Representatives has voted to impeach an official 21 times, only 21 times in our long history. The United States Senate has only dismissed 3 of those cases. 3 out of 21. Now, why did they dismiss them? In 2 of those cases, the impeached official chose to resign instead of facing a trial. As a result, the Senate dismissed the charges. In this case, Secretary Mayorkas has not resigned. In one of those dismissed cases, the impeached official was a United States Senator. And the Senate concluded that the Constitution did not give it jurisdiction to remove a U.S. Senator through the impeachment process. Here, everyone agrees that the Constitution gives Congress the power to impeach and remove a sitting cabinet secretary. Now, Madam President, listen to me carefully on this. The United States Senate has the right and the responsibility to hold this trial. Yet Senate Democrats want to ignore our chamber's history and forfeit our constitutional authority by tabling or dismissing these charges without even considering the evidence.
Haven't been able to take my eyes off my husband's pants since he tried this morning trick. What happened afterward was unbelievable.
Without even considering the evidence. Americans need to hear what I'm about to say, even if my Democratic colleagues won't listen. Let me say it again. A majority of the duly elected members of the United States House of Representatives, who represent all of the communities across America, spent months investigating the allegations against Secretary Mayorkas. They spent months drafting the articles of impeachment. And a majority of the House then voted yes to bring two very serious charges. The Senate Democrats are now treating those charges, those articles of impeachment, like spam that landed in their inbox. Americans, however, are not nearly so sanguine about the border crisis that has brought death, drugs, violence, chaos, criminals, and mayhem into their neighborhoods. The Biden administration's border crisis is as unprecedented as the majority leaders move to bury the evidence of who could be to blame here. I, for one, want to hear the House's evidence, and so do the American people. The majority leader's move is unprecedented. It's undemocratic. And I am confident that my Democratic colleagues, if they do this, please don't, but if they do it, will regret this new precedent when they find themselves in the minority.
Yep.
Just as they regretted breaking the Senate precedent for confirming judicial nominees.
Yep.
You see, Republicans do not like to break precedent when we're in the majority. We respect the traditions of this chamber because we respect the voters who sent all 100 of us here. If my Democratic colleagues set a new precedent that tramples the rights of the minority party and silences the voices of the Americans who elected them, if they do that, Senate Democrats will have to own that decision and bear its consequences.
Yep.
Now,
and let me tell you this. It was the Senate Democrats when they were in the majority said, well, we don't like the fact that it needs 60 votes to confirm a judge. So we're going to remove that, and it only need a majority, which they had the majority. And they were told, what's his name?
Go ahead.
Mitch McConnell told them, don't do it. Don't do it. You're going to regret it.
But they did it anyway. Right?
But they did it anyway. Goodbye, Craig.
Is he leaving us?
And then when Trump was president and the Republicans had the majority in the Senate, they didn't have 60, but they had the majority.
Here's one, honey.
And it was time to confirm Supreme Court justices.
Right.
The Democrats stood up and said, "You can't do that. You gotta have 60 votes." Mitch McConnell said, "No, we don't. You're the one that said we don't need 60 votes for judges."
There you go.
But that was for judges, not Supreme. Oh no, it works for them all.
Yep. You can't be picking and choosing.
And that's how Trump got 3 judges on the Supreme Court.
There you go.
Because they decided that they were going to go against precedent.
Right.
And make their own rules.
Right.
And Mitch McConnell said, it's going to come back to haunt you.
And it did.
And it did. Now this, which they're going to try and do, impeach Trump again. Okay? The Senate Majority Leader, he's going to take that impeachment and toss it right in the garbage.
Oh, excuse me.
And he's going to say, we did that because you did it.
Mm.
You decided to break precedent, so will we.
So will we. There you go. Now let's go ahead and get this chicken going.
Oh, they're not going to be able to take him out this time.
Give me a plate. Who's not going to be able to take who out?
The Democrats aren't going to be able to take him out this time.
Oh, okay.
For the first 2 years, we're going to have the majority in both houses. Okay? So there is absolutely nothing they can do. All they're going to try to do in 2026 is to regain control of at least the House.
Okay.
Okay?
So is it is it true Marco Rubio is going to be the Secretary of State?
That hasn't been decided
They haven't
yet.
decided yet? Okay. Nothing yet going? Okay.
And it's funny how they're complaining about Pete Hegseth, who was named Secretary of Defense.
Yeah, I don't understand why they're picking on him.
But look at Biden's Secretary of Defense. He went missing for a week and nobody knew where he was.
Oh, yeah, and then he came back and apologized that he didn't say anything to anybody. Yeah.
He should have resigned his position. But Democrats never resign.
Of course. Oh, no, of course not. They don't do that. God forbid. You know that.
I mean, Menendez stayed in the Senate until the Senate threw him out after his convictions.
Yep. Killer Red Duck, what's up?
Hello, Killer Red Duck. See, what they're worried about is that he's going to get rid of generals. All the generals and admirals who were involved in this DEI shit in the military.
Oh, they're worried about Pete, you mean, doing that?
Yes.
Well, they should be worried.
Because they would rather have you wearing a dress in combat.
Huh.
Okay?
Not what Pete thinks that you won't. He don't go for that shit.
And he's against women in combat.
Pete is?
Yes.
Hold on, Luna. I gotta move this out the way for a minute so I can open the door. Oh, Jesus.
See, in the military, you do not leave a brother behind.
Well, no, of course not. You're not supposed to.
But if you can't pick up that brother, you got to leave him behind.
Right. Come on.
And women can't pick up men.
No, yeah, you're right about that. No, that's true. You're right. That's not sexist or nothing.
No.
It's just the truth. And I agree, women should not be on the front lines. And I can say it even though, because I'm a woman, but that's how I feel. Nothing against women in the military now. Because they can do a good job too. Mr. Jim, now that's bullshit. I can pick up a lot of guys, but no woman should stay from the front line.
Angie, I understand you can pick up men.
But not every woman can do that.
But not every woman can do that. But if you're carrying 60, 70 pounds of battle gear on you, and then you got to try and pick up a man to take him out of there because he was shot and wounded.
Right. It's going to be a little bit difficult.
I mean, a guy in battle can pick up two women in battle who's been injured.
Right.
And carry them both.
Right. I'm sure they could.
And there's some of our admirals and generals who need to be held for treason. And that is what they are worried about.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
How is Trump and Biden making history?
Good day, everyone. A big day here on Capitol Hill, just about a block from here. I'm Andrea Mitchell. In Washington, President-elect Donald Trump was here, and now he is still in the Oval Office for today's White House meeting with President Biden. The customary visit signaling a peaceful transfer of power.
I want you to listen to this. This bitch.
The former and future president is moving quickly to fill the clown car and round out his cabinet before he changes his mind and fires them all. Moments ago, Trump announced that he has selected Fox Weekend morning show host, you can't make this up, Pete Hegseth, to serve as Secretary of Defense, because why not? The former and future president is moving quickly to fill the clown car.
It's like she's thinking, why would you choose him?
Because nobody on MSNBC was good enough. I know, I saw that.
Oh, the guy from this dope?
He's talking to a congressman
Representative Adam Smith,
who has nothing.
He's the Armed Services Committee,
who has nothing to do
a Democrat, of
with
course. Confirming.
No, that's a Republican who has nothing to do with confirming.
No, this guy's a Democrat.
Oh, he's a Democrat?
There we go.
Democratic Congressman Adam Smith of Washington State reacting to Donald Trump's pick for Defense Secretary. Even some Republicans on Capitol Hill were caught off guard by the selection of the Fox News host, Pete Hegseth, admitting they don't know much about him at all. We'll play for you their reactions and go through Trump's other cabinet picks. Also ahead.
Well, you're going to know about him.
I love looking to them bitch.
Hang on, stop that a minute.
I got it.
Killer Red Duck. She uses a screen and monitor to tell her what's being said in the chat.
Oh, that's for Lucy?
And it allows her to respond.
And that way she can respond to what we're saying. Lucy's a sweetheart and we love her.
And I don't want anybody giving Lucy any shit.
Yes, don't pick on her. Because I will get mad. And they don't want to see me mad. Right, Jim? I'm going to make the peppers in there and let it heat up.
Maybe an excuse for why she doesn't respond to something right away.
He has chosen Fox News host Pete Hegseth as the next leader of the Pentagon. Hegseth is a military veteran who served with the Army National Guard. In a statement, Trump described Hegseth as...
I don't know what was said, but maybe she was responding to something that was said.
During an interview on a podcast just last week, Hegseth criticized what he called woke policies in the military and said that women should not be allowed to serve in combat.
There's a chance to course correct you, but it would take the Trump administration go after them really hard. How would they correct them? Well, first of all, you can fire him. You can fire the chairman of the chiefs. You can fire this. You have to bring in a new secretary of defense. But general that was involved, general Lang, whatever that was involved in any of the DPI war, it's gotta go. Either you're in or fighting, and that's it. And that's the only litmus test we care about. You gotta get PIs here. You got military academies. So you're not training enough officers to be baptized in this type of thing.
Well, I'm glad we are all friends again. The majority of the people in my room have some type of disability. Look at Craig.
What do you know, Joe?
It's a lot easier to say what you're going to do on a podcast than it is when you're actually over at the Pentagon. And people that think that generals and admirals that have given their entire life to this country are going to just it's a serious misreading of the Pentagon. But we'll see what happens. I think people will see what he says when he's in front of the Senate. We'll see days and weeks, and as Adam Smith said, judge him by what he says then.
We heard some Republicans not critical of the debate openly, but wondering about the things. And some Republicans now saying, I don't even know who he is. But I think it's very telling.
Well, you're gonna find out who he is.
Criticizing that's the power of Trump. These men and women in the Senate, they want to cross him. They believe he is swept in with a mandate. And whatever he does, we'll see how they vote. We'll see the questions they pose. But as you say, when it comes down to confirmation, at least publicly, we're not hearing Republicans critical, which just would mildly surprise a lot of people.
Right now, they're not going to have to vote, and I'll tell you why.
NBC News national security editor
Go ahead.
David, good morning. What reaction are you hearing to this, these nominations?
Because the Senate is going to allow him recess appointments. Which means while the Senate is out, Trump can appoint who he wants to a position, and they can go right to work in that position without being confirmed.
Oh, okay.
That could be for 2 months, for 6 months, for a year, 2 years. All right, that's enough of that.
Yep. Okay, that's enough of that crap.
A courtesy that Mr. Trump refused to grant Biden 4 years ago. The meeting began about an hour ago with the two men exchanging pleasantries in front of the cameras.
That's
Both agreed to a
because
smooth transition
in
and ignoring
2020,
shouting
the
questions
election
from
was
reporters.
stolen.
Do everything we can to make sure you're accommodated, what you need. We're gonna get a chance to talk about some of that today. So welcome back.
Jay, man, thank you very much. I appreciate it very much. A transition that's so smooth, it'll be as smooth as it can get, and I very much appreciate it.
You're welcome.
We're told the First Lady also greeted the President-elect, passing him a handwritten letter of congratulations from Melania Trump, who was not present today. The President-elect's choice of Fox News host Pete Hegseth as his Secretary of Defense has the Pentagon world pretty much in shock, even leaving some Senate Republican allies asking, who? Hegseth is a combat veteran and junior officer, but he has no senior military or national security or management experience.
So?
He said he doesn't think women should be in combat, and he opposes diversity initiatives, which he claims have weakened the military.
Yep.
I think a huge one is women in combat and quotas. I think the way they pushed that under Obama in a way that had nothing, zero to do with efficacy, zero to do with lethality and capability.
You don't like women in combat?
No. Any general that was involved, general, admiral, whatever that was involved in any of the DEI woke, it's got to go.
Hegseth's position echoes the vow Trump made last month to set up a task force and immediately fire whom he calls woke generals. Among those expected to be fired when Trump takes office, Joint Chief Chairman C.Q. Brown.
Yep.
In a slew of announcements, the president-elect has picked former Texas Republican Congressman John Ratcliffe to head the CIA. He served briefly as Trump's Director of National Intelligence. Trump's created roles outside the federal government for Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy. To lead a non-existent Department of Government Efficiency, to create it would require an act of Congress. Musk did fly to Washington today on the president-elect's plane. And former Arkansas governor and Fox News host Mike Huckabee, a pro-Israel conservative.
I like Mike Huckabee.
Yeah, and they're complaining about that because he's not Jewish.
Oh. I watched Sarah Sanders.
What's that got to do
I don't know.
with it?
I don't know. I saw Governor Sanders. She was giving her speech.
Mm-hmm.
She was there for something else, but she said, before I do this, she said, I have to congratulate my father on being President Trump's ambassador to Israel.
Mm-hmm.
She said that I went on a trip to Israel for the first time with my father when I was 12.
I
And
know.
She said
I heard
it was a great trip for him and I. And she said, congratulations, Dad.
I know. I heard it all.
I was like, that's cool.
You think I haven't been watching the morning news?
Oh, I'm sure you have. So what's going on, peoples? Everyone, what's going on, peeps?
Craig says, breaking news, Trump has appointed me breast enhancement director.
Oh, God. Kat is back. Did she leave? Sarah
Who's
said
called
my
for the
comments aren't
annexation of
going
the
through.
Palestinian West Bank, has been named as Trump's U.S. ambassador to Israel. He's a notable evangelical who actually won the Iowa caucus back in 2008. We begin the hour with NBC News correspondent Garrett Haig, NBC News White House correspondent Monica
Angie, I'm
Alba,
sorry.
NBC News senior national security
shingles are still
correspondent
bothering
Courtney
you?
Kuby, Washington Post national editor Phil Rucker, and presidential historian Michael Beschloss. Monica, how was the president-elect received in his return to the White House? Tell us all the details. You know, did you drive up through the diplomatic entrance? You know, tell us about the meeting.
A historic meeting, of course, Andrea, for many reasons, and the layers to all of this are just fascinating when you think about Donald Trump's return to Washington and how many years it's been, what it was like when he left office, and what the scene was like in terms of what he had declined to do, which was to accept the election results that he lost, and then when he did not attend Joe Biden's inauguration. But arriving back here today, there were plenty of pleasantries on display. We know that he arrived from the White House South Lawn, and there was not any kind of press coverage of that arrival, but we know that President Biden...
Yeah, and in another room, they got all the shredders going. Shredding all the documents that they don't want seen.
My views align perfectly with Jim and Maria's, Sarah said. I don't blame Melania for not even wanting to go. I wouldn't want to meet with
After they raided her panty drawer, she doesn't want to have anything to do with them.
They can kiss her ass.
And Trump already said, every FBI agent that went into Mar-a-Lago is going to be fired.
We know why they were there.
See, sometimes you need to say no to an unlawful order.
On TikTok, I follow Kai Trump, and she was doing a video of when she, dressed up and she was going to Mar-a-Lago for the election results with the entire family.
Mm-hmm.
And she was driving, and she's like, "Oh, we're getting here," and she went slowly. Then she's like, "Yeah, we just went through the
security.
They had to check the car and everything. Even your good Donald Trump's granddaughter, you got to go through that too."
Yep.
And it showed her walking up the steps, and she was standing in the grand, I guess whatever room was. It was really pretty and had all these TVs in the front.
Right.
Okay, and they're Barron Trump standing right next to her. They're standing there talking to each other, and then they all took a nice photo with the entire family, all of the kids, the grandkids, right?
Yeah.
And somebody made the comment after the fact about the picture on the news.
Because Melania Trump...
Because she was not in the photo. But Elon Musk was.
Yes.
So they're like bitching and moaning, well, why isn't Melania Trump in the photo? Why is Elon Musk in the photo? He's not any of their family.
He is now.
He is now.
He's Trump's adopted son.
And I thought...
He is on Trump's hip. Basically, 24/7.
Even though you're Trump's granddaughter, you still got to be subjected to the security. And she's like, yeah, they had to
everybody.
They had to check the car,
Even though she has Secret Service with her.
Right.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Because they all get Secret Service protection.
Right.
They all still have to be checked.
6 more minutes. Okay, I'm going to cook my chicken here next, and then
Because somebody could have planted explosives, say, under that car.
Right. No, I understand
okay.
that. You gotta be safe at all times,
And First Lady Jill Biden were part of that greeting, and then the two men went into the Oval Office for this sit down, which started a little after 11 a.m. and as of a couple of minutes ago was still going, but potentially could be wrapping up soon. In any case, going on for at least an hour, it seems, with much to discuss. And at the top, as you played, the two thanked each other for what they both called a smooth transition of power. President-elect Trump referred to politics as being, quote, tough sometimes, but thanked President Biden for what he has seen and what has taken place since the election a little over a week ago.
And Mike Johnson has already sent letters to every department and agency that they want all records preserved.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's good. Jim, you want some curly fries?
No.
I just made a few to go with my food here. You want some of this chicken breast? I'll leave this over here. Maybe Kenyon, or Kenyon. Larry, Kenyon. Well, I'm not saying Kenyon. He ain't even here. My thing got stuck. There we go.
And then the two men continued their conversation in private, and we know that.
You want to go live?
You could stay live if you want to.
No, I'm going to get off here because
What's the matter?
nobody likes me.
That's not true.
That is true.
You know they like you.
They all just typed in there, Jim, we don't like you.
And there, that's Doberman's ex.
They're even getting a petition together to send to me.
To say what?
Jim, we don't like you.
Oh, come on.
Cat says Jim smells bad. See? So take off your little apron.
How would she know how you smell?
Take off your... It must be wafting through the phone.
At the start of this year, I was a Kamala supporter and a transgender, but recently something really transformational happened in my life and I voted for Trump. Hey.
Awesome.
We're happy about that.
And it's amazing that Trump doesn't care what you are.
Nope.
The only thing he doesn't want is transgenders in women's sports. He doesn't want men in women's sports.
I don't either. I mean, that's just...
Otherwise, you can be what you want to be. That's what's so great about this country. I mean, you want to be black.
No, I don't.
I want to be hip.
You are hip.
I am not hip.
Oh. I'm going to be her Christmas present. Where does Kat live?
Texas.
Oh.
All right, so get ready to go live because once you go live, I'm signing off.
Okay. Oh, Jesus Lord.
Yeah, Trump should have named his plane Space Force 2.
There you go.
Look at that. What I get? Only 23 likes out of
Show your boobs.
out of all the people that were in here.
Show your titties.
I tried that. It didn't work.
It didn't work.
I even tried showing yours.
Okay, I'm ready to go live.
Go live.
Okay. All right, here we go.